Welcome into WagerTalk TV. I am Drew Martin, joined by Teddy Covers from SportsMemo.com and Brian Leonard from WagerTalk.com. We're talking pseudo NFC East championship game here. We got Philadelphia, the Dallas Cowboys. It's going to go a long way to saying who wins the crown in this division. Dallas Cowboys -2.5 on the road, Teddy, 46 the total. Who are you looking to bet, man?
Yeah, well, if Dallas wins, they're going to win the division. If Philly wins, I believe they still have to win Week 17 in order to clinch. And let's start with this. Full disclosure, I had the Eagles minus the points last week, okay? So I'd rather be lucky than good any day of the week. I was very lucky to cash that ticket, and I'm not giving the money back. At least not yet. The Eagles in each of the last 2 weeks, they've shown us something. They really have, okay? Philly, the injuries at receiver are ridiculous, and their secondary is god-awful. And if you grade out the personnel on the two teams, Dallas should probably be favored by more than the 2.5 points that they're currently favored. But what the Eagles have shown the last 2 weeks is they can take a punch and punch back, and they have a will to win, and they still care about this division, and they still care about making the postseason. And that was very real. You know, I mean, again, the Giants punched them, and Philly scratched and clawed, and they won that game. And then the Redskins punched it multiple times last week, and Philly scratched and clawed and won that game. I haven't seen that scratch and claw out of Dallas a whole lot, you know, and the Cowboys, off a big win over the Rams, getting a little bit of hype right now. Honestly, if I'm going to play this game, I'll look at the Eagles plus before I lay anything with Dallas, and I'd probably look at the under. The Eagles' defense, home-road dichotomy is really dramatic. They've been a lot better playing in Philadelphia, and with Dak Prescott at less than 100%, I wouldn't be laying here with the Cowboys.
And Brian, do you agree with them, the home dog?
I don't like either one of these teams, and I'm ready to bet against these teams when they get to the playoffs. Neither one of them are very good. I will point out that I've heard some rumors that Philadelphia is going to get some players back this week. We're taping on Wednesday. At this point, I don't think they've announced it yet, but Dallas looked really good last week. Everybody's jumping on Dallas. But keep in mind, they lost 3 of the 4 before that. So they've lost 3 of their last 4 games in one-score games this year. Dallas is 1-5 straight up. They haven't been finding ways to win. The Eagles have 2 wins all season long against a team that has a current winning record. You talked about the clawing and the fighting back. Mm-hmm. They played the Giants and the Redskins, 2 of the worst teams in the NFL. Dallas has historically dominated these games in Philadelphia. But do you really want to trust Dallas to win on the road against anybody? Especially the way the line's going now. It may even hit a field goal while we're here today. But I don't want either one of these teams. I don't trust either one of these teams. Let them get knocked out in the first round of the playoffs and get this over with.
But see, and it's worth noting right here, the team that wins this division and gets that home playoff game, they're going to be home dogs to somebody.
Right.
They're going to get disrespected, and I swear I've seen this happen. You know, we've been in Vegas a long time.
Yeah,
those teams
true.
always step up. I mean, not always, but often step up in those situations. So for all this, I want to fade them as soon as they get to the playoffs.
And it all depends on what the line is, obviously.
Yeah, wait for the second round.
And Teddy, to Brian's point, you know, them scratching and clawing back, does the step up in class, at least talent-wise, from the Redskins and the Giants to the Cowboys, does that scare you off a little bit?
Yeah, it scares me a lot. Dallas is a lot better than the Redskins and a lot better than the Giants. And as we saw in the first meeting, you know, Dallas brings their A game. Philly can't compete. And they didn't compete at all in that first meeting. It was a blowout. The question is, do we see, you know, are we going to see the Cowboys A game? And honestly, if you're a Cowboys fan, wouldn't you rather lose the division so you can get rid of Garrett once and for all than to have him make the playoffs
No,
and
think
Garrett
that?
sticks around?
No,
If I'm
they
a
wanna make the
Cowboys fan,
playoffs.
all I want is Jason Garrett out of town, please.
Well, that's
you
been
know,
going on for
whatever
years,
it takes.
though.
I know. This year you finally have a chance to do it if they don't make the playoffs. You know, would you rather make the Dallas is not one of the 3 or 4 best teams in the NFC.
Dallas,
they're not realistic Super Bowl contenders. It's absolutely, if I'm a Cowboys fan, I'm looking at it like, yeah, let the wicked witch go. You know, it's a Wayne Fontes thing who stuck around year after year after year. Not that the Lions got a lot better when he left, but if you have a bad coach who's not making good decisions week after week, it wears you down after, 9 years?
Well, Dallas is one of the most talented teams from a player standpoint. But as for a team, they're not one of the best teams. They'll get knocked out early.
Great stuff, guys. Follow him on Twitter at Teddy_covers and Brian on Twitter at BLeonardSports. Also, remember, get the rest of the 2019 from your favorite WagerTalk.com or SportsMemo.com capper for just $119, which is what we normally sell 7-day all-access packages for. This gets you all plays in all sports from your favorite capper, including all 5% plays that sell for $40 by themselves.